Yeah. It's that first day of first grade, that cute girl, your third day, that backpack, that snapback you've had since the third grade. The first time you got laid, the worst time you got played. It hurt but you're okay, you learn from your mistakes. Your friends back in high school, we thought we were so cool. We'd steal Jack, my dad's stash, and drink the whole night through. The first time you first moved, that's new job, a new roof, new student, made new friends, a new start, a new you. I guess things could be worse. Dad's in sales and my mom is a nurse. Yeah, family comes first. Remember all the good and forget about the worst. Yeah, some things will burn and others will hurt, but you can make it work. Yeah, just flashback and be glad that you can look back at a good past. Happy that you have that. I like living in the past. It makes me thankful for everything I have. Yeah, every time that I laugh, it makes me grateful for the present and the past. Yeah, don't live life too fast. Take it all slowly and you can make it last. Yeah, keep all the friends that you had back in your math class. You'll be glad that you have them when you look back. Look back, look back, look back, look back, look back, look back. It's that time that you got caught, you snuck out and forgot. Your parents were so mad, but man, she was so hot. That time you got too drunk, the first time you blew chunks. It's okay, we all drank too much when we're too young. The first time you held hands, your first time in romance. You thought you had no chance, but still asked her to dance. The time that you moved out, your parents were so proud, and waving goodbye, they held back their tears somehow. Yeah. All lives are the same, but we can work together and we can make a change. Yeah, this life is strange. Remember all the good while forgetting all the pain. Yeah, think back to a day when you were so free just to run around and play. Yeah, you can have that day. Just let go, let your mind run away. Yeah, and learn to be young. Have a little fun with your friends in the sun. Cause in life you only got one. Give yourself a break, quit living on the run. And be where your feet are. Laying down at night, just stare up at the stars. Yeah, and be proud of who you are. Wear your memories in your sleeve like a scar.
Alrighty. That's good. How's everybody doing this fine evening? Oh yeah, I forgot there was Resident Evil 8 DLC coming out soon. Or there's a trailer for it. But yeah, today basically on Genshin, just doing story quests before I can even do the archon stuff. So basically doing whatever to unlock that next archon quest. But
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime.
oh.
So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
Actually,
How cold. I saved your skin, didn't I? Surely you could at least humor me by engaging in some small talk first.
oh, sorry,
Well
Miko.
then, I suppose your frankness is part of your charm. So tell me, what is the matter?
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
Oh boy. Oh, big old sigh.
There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
Oh.
What?
Her power was already on the decline, and you dealt her that fateful strike. It was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and white novels when I went to see her. So
That's it.
without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. It's hardly fair
The-
to see
the-
her that way.
The other side of Raiden. It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
Get too indignant. Consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you. Faye seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's fine, right?
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. So there is no reason to disturb her. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, the will has wavered somewhat.
Oh, you looked it up? Oh, it's gonna be free? Okay. I'll have to check that out in the future.
I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
Well then. Do it for A.
I like that answer. Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Ikuzumeishu at the gate, and he will let you in. My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word.
Okay.
Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
But Raiden's right here. Oh, she is taller. Okay. Oh, she's just looking right at her. Okay. Oh, sorry. Boom. Yeah, I'll have to try out that DLC then. At some point. Probably could have teleported. I don't know. Just easier to do this, I guess. But yeah, off stream I've been leveling up people. And weapons as well. Oop, okay.
Almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Okay, whippersnapper.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves.
Sir.
UGI is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the Almighty Shogun places in her. And her, wait, this is authentic.
Feel free to check with me.
Shogun ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
So we're gonna get another side of the Shogun. I'm assuming.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
How did you get in?
Oh, hold on.
Trespassers
Hold up.
will be eliminated at once.
Hold up. Wait a second.
Wait, no, it does! Oh, why are you treating us like we're your enemies? We didn't win, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means.
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden.
Oh,
Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
is
That is
everything?
no concern. This is my recuperation state.
I think both sides of her is fighting each other.
This body has no need of rest, but I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Yeah, they're kind of fighting.
This is all Anne's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plaintiff Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
Are you talking about me saying whippersnappers?
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this. I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
What do you mean by that?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? Conversation is going nowhere.
If you malfunction.
It's very nice.
Uh,
The Shogun can't come up for men. I'm trading with him.
wait, what? Oh, okay. We're just. She's like, she can't do anything right now. Okay. What's up, A?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
This is like the third time, so like.
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear to me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
So what she meant by.
I need to think about Inazuma's eternity. And thinking takes time. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Oh. Fucking Paimon.
No, she was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity. That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Paimon gets it now. The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled.
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh? Who well, let us bring you up to
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
speed. You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
Seems,
Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things.
Traveler just has that I'm so done with this face.
Good. Perfect. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
That's fine. Just as long as you can fix it is all.
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, but there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
Go for it. Go for the joke. With us, change of pace.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
Especially with this scenery.
You mean, leave the plain of Ukraine? It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me, a change of pace might now be nice.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, why did the mushroom go to the party?
Alright then. I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me Faye. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
Uh,
But consciousness is consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually eat itself?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
That's what I thought. I was like, here comes another dead joke.
Nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guide.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. Alright, let's go, go, go!
Are we literally going on a date with A? Damn, traveler. Going on dates with everybody. Oh, there's chests down here. Of course there is. I was like,
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it.
when you take your friend out that hasn't been out in a while.
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryo Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
Well then.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
That smile, bro.
Ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People
Okay.
still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Oh boy.
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me.
Well then.
What do you mean, either?
We're talking about another archon.
Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this doll selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Oh. Yo, my man.
What's the Shogun doing here?
Don't worry,
What am I
it's
supposed to
fine.
do in this situation? I'm so nervous.
Dude, it'd be just fine.
Shogun,
Can I make a joke?
excuse me.
It's all right. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today.
I don't know. I used to be really good with this stuff.
Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Oh, man.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell.
Want to hear a knock-knock joke?
So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the
Dango milk?
works into a viscous form,
Ayo.
they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Ah, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
Bro.
I said
Get-
relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. Both dango and milk have a short shelf life.
Alright, knock knock.
So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right...
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
I just like the fact that A is the soft side and Shogun is like the
And you two should try
tough.
too.
nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
Interrupting cow. Moo.
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial.
2 out of 10. Worst joke of all time.
Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this Dongo milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though everyone who's tried it before, I'm not saying the Almighty Shogun has unusual taste. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Dude, this guy's gotta calm down.
Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
No, Almighty Shogun, that's too much.
Is it?
She likes sweet things.
It would be a shame for them to miss out on Dongo milk. Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts, so it's not unusual that I should enjoy them too. Miko agrees with me on this. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure, let's go and have a look.
Literally on a date with Raiden. Do a flip! No, just kidding.
Shogun!
Shogun!
Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
Dude, this guy's gotta chill.
Wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read like
I like how everybody's just shocked.
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine.
I'm surprised they haven't.
If anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well... Okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form.
Oh.
Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay, let's go then.
Man, I wish I was Traveler right now.
How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl
I probably would
is
go
that
see
I
it.
only need to eat Sansetia's
to become stronger.
I like how they put a freaking long-titled reincarnated thing inside this game.
It's so long.
It's so
Is it
long.
true that hilly-trolls grow stronger from eating Sensetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly-trolls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilly-troll life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Oh.
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
Alright then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Nico's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
Alright, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against. The suspense is killing Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood. Yeah, she has so much love to give. She deserves it. The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
Wait, is this the only place we can go? Oh, it is. Okay. She might understand this a little bit more.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly? Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world. You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Alright, another with unlimited power. Huh.
A premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around. Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
Fish guy? You mean Aquaman?
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would feel really uncomfortable. That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
Where's hey, hey, okay. This is weird. Or is it? It isn't weird.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Let's go with the martial arts story.
Goodness. Are people in Neo really so complex these days? Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talents, he has a rare dedication to justice. Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma? If so, I will instruct one of the commissioners to bring him to me on his arrival. I would very much like to spar with him.
They're not real stories.
Fictional character. It doesn't exist. What about the antagonist?
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behave foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they all got what they deserved. And
Damn.
Seem interested in the supporting characters at all. So what do you think of Yai Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
what I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euphemia, there was no Yai Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time. I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euphemia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes. I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out. To take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and
It would be pretty.
I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope
I would go and see
a
that
long time to come.
if they put it together correctly.
Yeah, Ace had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a seated spot and show you what we mean.
I like your character more and more.
So, what are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time. So it makes a great souvenir.
Okay, so what exactly is
Night.
striking a pose?
See ya tomorrow.
Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right? The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This isn't coming naturally to me at all.
I like her.
Casual. How about this? This feels quite natural. All right. Well, I'll leave the decision to you. Okay. I'll try that.
I mean,
Okay.
works.
Let's
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Hell yeah. Oh, hey. Pick a good angle. Enter.
It's a wrap. Take a look. Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This
Her eyes.
Astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk.
It's just the
I
record.
thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But it actually looks more natural than I imagined.
Raiden's so cute. So adorable.
The pose is exactly the same. And so is the scenery in the background.
Who would have thought she would be soft
I can't imagine
or have a
how
soft
she-
side?
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me? If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Jesus, hold up.
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, traveler.
It's a little bit like.
Right. Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence. I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence.
Yes.
Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened.
Yep. Genshin in the tangles. Alright.
Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guide.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Let's find out. Ippei, what's up, my guy?
Hey, Ippei, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you.
Ah, it's you.
Huh?
Well, thanks.
Almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Oh.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryo Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, so mighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo
Dude.
clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryo Commission is in decline. Plus you, you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups.
Oh.
The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. He really hasn't returned yet. Then, yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that. No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. The last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiation. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
Wait, you did a backflip? What are you doing a backflip for? What what? You regret doing a backflip? That's commitment.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Quite the meeting spot. It's right by the Kamisato. Hidden base. Oh. Are we gonna fight some people? You back like Toby?
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here.
She senses
I
danger?
sense danger.
Oh boy.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
Aw, shit. Well, that doesn't seem too good. Hello there, sir. I'd like...
Embrace the ice!
Illusion shattered!
Why are they roaming here? This is a Kenrio Commission base!
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
Removing all those that stand in our way.
Whirling snow!
Say no more! My blade! Very.
Rest and rebuild!
There is no escape!
How?
Let's get down to business. Burn!
Now you shall perish!
The fairy.
20,000? Damn.
Let's get down to business. Finally, say no more! To the fairy.
Billowing surge!
Finally, lucky day.
Today is your lucky day. I get to kill you.
Fairy. Finally,
My apologies!
to the fairy.
Sakura swirl! Inazuma shines eternal!
The fairy. Finally, lucky day. Going somewhere?
Going somewhere.
Whirling snow!
The fairy. Finally, to the fairy.
To the very end. Hello, sir.
My apologies! Allow me!
Shine down!
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Dun 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 dun.
It's Kujokology! But who's he with?
Stay back. I will deal with this.
Oh, she will deal with this.
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryo Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
There's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence.
Oh Jesus, you
Descendant
pissed
of
her
the
off.
Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced? You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryo commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Oh shit.
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryo Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryo commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry, a duel?
Shit.
The
Oh.
first Tenryo commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel.
She does. This guy is like, oh shit.
Do you not know how to wield a
The
blade?
blade?
Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition?
Well, damn. Fuck.
Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well...
Well, never mind. What about one of you then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryo commissioner.
Yeah, they're like,
Not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
no shit. What? Okay.
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryo Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt Decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person.
Damn.
I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it. Because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan.
This boy is
like
about
my
to...
father before me. Just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless. But I accept. Come forward.
She just called it meaningless. Bruh. Ooh, we get a cutscene though. Whereas a witness.
The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, Almighty Shogun.
Oof. Not a great start. Damn. Damn. And this guy. He... Damn. She knew the fight was over before.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Oh, damn.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare
She's
question
just
the
like,
Almighty Shogun.
freaking laying down the
Finally,
fucking hammer.
if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood.
Oh,
Thank you, Almighty
she's
Shogun, for your
okay.
wisdom
She can be
and
very soft, and then she can be like freaking
That
hardcore.
will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Oh. Ooh. Leave domain.
Whew. When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought.
Hey.
I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryu Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies.
Yeah, she made a few mistakes, but
I
she's...
have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryu Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no time.
Hopefully.
If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay, I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next time! Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end.
Surprisingly well.
The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yaimiko.
Oh, yay. Yay, Miko.
Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it. How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame
Literally.
I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from
Wink.
what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves. Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next
Yes,
time
we
you
got
wish to
lucky.
see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
That's what she
Because
says.
she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Hey. What's up, Isaac? How are you? Okay, so we should be able to do this one now. Unlock. And we should be able to unlock this one as well. So, I need to do that one. I also need to do that one to do this. So we might just do another Raiden story quest. Because I know we need to do this. Teleport.
The world
Act 2.
remains constant over the centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to do this. Okay, because... Yep, I do. Okay. Oh, dude, that's... Season 4. I need to, like, rewatch that again. Well, not again, but, like, watch it again just to catch up. Because it's been so long for me.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Yeah, I gotta... Actually, I don't even know if I finished season 3. I don't know. There was a part where season 3 didn't sit well with me, and
indeed, as ever.
then I dropped it off. I don't know why, but I feel like if I rewatched it, I'd be like, oh, okay, why did I do this?
I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Depends on the task and conversation.
Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes,
Oh,
we are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, They are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target.
I forgot Strike the Blood is... Isn't that ending soon, too? If I remember correctly?
The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate. You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Oh, season 5 is last season.
Be back before you can say Ad Astra Abathos.
No, it kind of sucks because, like, over here in the US, I think we only got 2 seasons? Or only season 1? If I remember correctly. Oh, okay, you're referring to your comment on the video on one of my streams. Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what they meant to say, but I don't know. But yeah. Thursday I will be doing CSGO. Trying it out on stream. I'm not any good at it. Tell you that. I am completely garbage at it. But I like playing it, so it's kind of like one of those things. Like playing it, just gonna have a chill time. Maybe with some friends and whatnot. No.
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Verdict is...
Oh boy.
My apologies.
Let's just say I like CSGO more than Valorant.
Rest and rebuild. Wow, there are so many of them. No wonder the Tenryu Commission needed help. Come on, Traveler, you can take them.
Bring it on!
Retribution!
Torn to oblivion!
Well, what's up?
Wait, no. Could also be A.
A?
Oh, it's you two. It
What's-
has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryu Commission crisis.
Okay,
Website?
that's
Oh,
right.
website, you would be able to do it.
You, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a website would have it. It's just sucks that you gotta do it that way. But it is what it is. Because I really like that series too.
early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
Oh.
Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
Ah, 9 anime. That's still going? That's cool. Glad it is. Yeah, I used to, back in the day, back when I was in high school, it'd be Kiss Anime, Go-Go Anime, the 9 Anime. Recently, when I couldn't get anything on Funimation or Crunchyroll, it was Geno. Website called Geno, but
If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to
add
be
extra applesauce. Every time I hear that, that's basically what I say.
But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura. It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives, the monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
Well, have a good one, Isaac. Oh, this quest is kind of sad.
So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to
Oh,
you,
breakfast.
it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together.
Yeah, I just it's aesthetic rhythm. I just
From the
did part
traces
1
they've
of
left in the surrounding area,
of
there should be many more
Raiden's
monsters nearby.
story
All of
quest.
them must
Now I'm
be
doing part
eliminated.
2,
Paimon feels so safe
which
when we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber
I have a
bad
feeling
about
it's gonna be
makes me
sad.
feel
I've
invincible,
seen
doesn't it?
some snippets, so
Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Kanya.
I don't think that's a good idea. If I remember correctly, her sister.
Color,
What server?
similar to the color when the sacred
I'm on
Sakura
American
takes damage.
or North American.
Let's
I forget.
follow it. It should be this way.
I forget if it's just American. I want to say it's American. It's just American. I don't know. Oop, okay. Okay. We just follow this. Yep. Okay. Ooh. Well, damn. One up that way. Yeah, you got the... Well, Act 1, you got to see the softer side and strict side of A. Now we get a little more personal, I feel like. you would in Act 2. Any? Oh.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our
Yeah.
journey.
No, I like seeing. I like the story quest because you get to see different sides to certain characters.
But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
That you normally wouldn't get through the Archon quests.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
Oh.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness.
But yet, ever since seen her design, I'm like, oh,
Horrifying
she looks like
monsters
a
are
cool
everywhere.
character.
They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path.
And
Every
then doing
last
the
trace
Inazuma
of
Archon
humanity's
quest and
existence, I
whatnot,
tell you.
I was like, ooh,
They'll devour it
I
all.
like her even more. And I'm glad I got her in one of the wishes too. The
None of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma.
I'm assuming this is like a memory thing
Only the
or
glow
ghost
of your
type
supreme
thing.
lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
But if I remember correctly, yeah, when you saw her. Ah, yeah.
What?
Yeah, when I got into this game was January of this year. So, like,
But how? Just moments ago, they were
it was
everywhere.
around that time frame where it was just like, oh,
I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
yeah, I was gonna, yeah, they're,
I think I understand.
I kind of
Almighty
figured,
Shogun,
but I just like how it's, she changes her mannerisms, basically.
yes, we were right to place our trust in the almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun
Because
is
Raiden
Inazuma will last for an eternity.
is almost more stern and... Oh, you started around January as well?
Thank you,
Damn.
Your Excellency. Thank Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, it was around January. I feel like it was. I don't know. But yeah,
What's wrong with him?
he's disappearing. It was just an
He's
illusion.
gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
But yeah, when she voices Raiden, or basically the puppet, she sounds more stern and whatnot. And then A can be stern, but she can also be soft as well.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity.
Though what adventure rank are you? Aesthetic?
An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive.
Just curious.
But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
If you're still around, I don't know.
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster
I'm
that
at
happened in
45 right
Inazuma
now. Well,
500 years
45 plus. You're 53? I'm at 45 right now. I say 45 plus because I haven't done the Ascension and I'm getting XP. That's past it. But I'm kind of waiting to do the Ascension until I get everything done here. At least a little more caught up with the storyline.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that.
Though I also did the same thing when I was doing the Inazuma Archon quest. I stuck with 35. Waited to do the Ascension. And when I did the Ascension, I almost went up to rank 40. I was like, damn. So I might do the same thing here as well.
At the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed.
At least until I'm like caught up a little bit.
All of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
Yeah, Ascension to level 90. Yeah, when you do the Ascension, then you have to do you can level up to 90, but like you need to do a lot of grinding. So like that's what I'm gonna stick with, being at 45 adventure rank. and gather all the materials that I need for people that I want to get up to level 90. Plus also catch up with the story.
For the
Or the
longest
quest.
time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was
And when I do that, I'll do the Ascension.
Though
But
I could conquer Tatarigan
till then,
and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
but I'm getting the Raiden Shogun story quest that I needed to do.
But
Well, Act 2 I needed to do the
after
Archon
my clash
quest.
with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize
And then
when I traveled around Inazuma
I
with
would
you,
have to do
I caught a
Kokomis,
glimpse
and
of how the
then
nation has progressed over
only
the
reason I have
centuries.
to do Kokomis is
A
so I can
glimpse
do
of
Itos.
Human potential. Everything far exceeded
Yeah.
my expectations.
I really got like her voice actor is
Moving forward
really good.
inevitably invites
The
further
way
loss,
her tones
but
are
also
and whatnot.
new encounters.
I know I'm speaking over it, but I'm still listening.
Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth.
No, there's a lot of... They've gotten a lot of good voice actors to do
I will never forget you.
these
and all that
characters.
you did for
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Well, there's a crisis happening, and A is basically facing her past, basically. Whether she likes it or not.
Expected there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Leave them to me. There is no escape.
Ooh.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Yeah. Yeah, because so when I was playing on my phone and I heard and then the cutscenes with Ether, I was like, oh wait, that sounds like person from the Maculae from Fate Aprika, and then he voices Tanjiro in Demon Slayer. I was like, damn. A lot of them I recognize from anime. But I don't know. Raiden's, I don't know if I really recognize
Why would you
hers.
ask that?
But she's
Well,
damn
usually
good
you
though.
pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although
Oh.
I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time.
Alright.
I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama?
Tea Master?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
I bet. Even though her English is pretty good, but Japanese must be freaking...
Battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though
Retinue?
blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But after all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there.
She? No, no.
Lots and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them.
Yep,
It
I knew
seemed
that.
pointless to me. So, I decided to stay.
Because I see memes about it all the time.
And now the Almighty Shogun is here.
Which I was
I
like,
have even
wait,
less
what?
reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea.
Over
Just
tea.
listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have.
Oh. He's probably talking because there was a different shogun. It was A's sister who was the shogun, and then A took over that.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful
If I
things
remember
in
correctly.
life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last time. Ah, what a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the Almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. Oh, goodness
Her
me.
eyes.
It's Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set?
Yeah, he literally said no regrets, but he still wishes to see the future of Inazuma.
I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the
I like how
war
soft she is when she's
This
talking
place
to him.
is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
What? Well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time...
Okay. Oh, I just interrupted Paimon. Oops. Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, A was never evil. No. Some...
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
No. She's, some might say she would be evil, but others would say, there's always a reason behind someone's actions, basically. And she's been alive for how long? She's one of the oldest gods? Or, well, not one of the... I wouldn't say she's one of the oldest, but she's not the oldest. But she's been through a lot. She's she's had her friends, basically her sister, die. So there's a whole bunch of reasons for her to be...
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two.
Yeah, there were
Raiden Shogans,
twins, whereas...
but he always acted
Yeah.
as if he was completely unaware of it.
Okay. Morax are Chun-Li is the oldest, but they were twins. Okay.
The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
But I remember seeing like the story clips of like her being around a bunch of like her friends, her sister and whatnot, and them just slowly disappearing, and she's just by herself. I'm just like,
Indeed.
ugh. I'm like, ugh.
It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Huh. The most people got their visions off of ambition as well. But they
are
were
similar, but not identical. When you came charging
True.
to the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me.
countless stars, which I mean, the twins, Ether and Lumine, they're named
No.
after stars,
It seems like she was right,
if I remember correctly.
while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly
The mountain on the
generate
island that
new
we're on?
ambitions in the first
Is that what you're
place.
talking about?
It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving
Yeah.
forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
Oh, did you pick Ether? in the beginning? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, it does.
I mean, the
I
Traveler
always thought
is
that she must have grasped some
probably in
elusive,
lore is
arcane wisdom
stronger
to arrive
than
at the
most
conclusions she did.
of the Archons, but
But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
yeah, I wonder how 2.8 is gonna be.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost.
Oh,
I
he's
suppose that means ours.
which makes a lot of sense the way that they speak and whatnot, but they still add Lumine, like her saying she, but there's a lot of times where they didn't correct it. I've noticed they didn't correct it, like they'll say he, but like the voices will say she. Like the subtitles will say he.
Almighty
But
Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
But yeah, I kind of figured that though, the way that people, yeah, and Laura Trailer is expected to be as old as. Yeah.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return.
The way that Paimon
Let's not
said
keep
that,
Kuriyama waiting
pretty
too
chill.
long.
And Lord Traveler is expected to be as old as universe itself. Yeah, I mean, they're named after stars, so that would make sense too. Them just expanding. But yeah, I'm pretty excited what they'll do in the future, what we'll learn about them. And about other Archons as well. Can I teleport to there? Yeah, which, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh. And there's like a voiceover when you go to the characters' voiceovers. Somebody says like, oh, there's been a change in Xiao. And they're like, oh, it's been because of Traveler. But yeah, he definitely looks at her a different way. Because on my phone, I picked Ether.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Wouldn't put it past him.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory.
That was a huge sigh. Yeah, because they ran into the, if I remember correctly,
So we won't get to drink his tea?
they traveled between worlds but got caught by that unknown god. And then the unknown god basically sent them here, something like that, into Teyvat.
We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Oh, Paimon.
The information
Damn,
held
Paimon.
in the
Damn.
complex and
Oh.
disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Oh, Paimon. Cheer up, Paimon.
This chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
Isn't she bad at making stuff?
I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. The tea is ready. Please give it a try.
Yeah, infinite, yeah.
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have
Yeah,
brought back
3.0.
memories for me.
Coming in 3 months. Oh, damn. Yeah, I knew the
I'm
new...
reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu.
Because after 2.8, you'll have
And all the other
3.0.
friends who I watched pass even further back.
I wish I could just go into the game and just give a hug.
Back at the Yashiro Convention, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
But yes, version 3.0. Because it'll be 2.8 and then they just go straight into 3.0. At least that's what I was reading up on. I could be wrong. I've seen... From what I've seen. Yeah, Paimon is, I mean... Her... I guess... Somebody was saying... Her... Paimon itself... translates to a god of time. So... Who knows? She could be an agent of the unknown god. Or whatnot. A lot of people theorize that she is the unknown god. Which I don't see coming. And when I say agent, I mean like... She keeps track of us, but unintentionally... But not like in a bad way.
The events
If you've
of
seen
500
Seven Deadly
years ago
Sins,
not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigo,
I could see her being like how Hog
they
was.
also took Makoto away from me. For good.
The pig there. Where the Demon Lord was just using the pig there to watch over. But like the pig had no idea that that was happening. So I could see that with Paimon. That could be one theory, but it's just theories.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead.
But why did she go?
At this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was
Yeah,
more
she
that
has
she
the
went
galaxy,
ahead
yeah.
of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening, yes, it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've watched anime or whatnot, but like
By that point, so all I could do
I could
was enter into her mind.
see her being like that.
As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia.
Though kind of seen the new, like the Archon quest and whatnot, a lot of people are like, oh, why didn't Paimon try to do something in the chasm? And she's like, no, I'm scared. A lot of people are like, whoa. Emotional damn. Basically.
It was there that we bid each other a final farewell.
Our voice.
I cried bitterly.
Ooh.
Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions.
But if you watched Seven Deadly Sins, would you think Paimon would be like that? Or she actually knows the unknown god? I don't know. That's just my thing. I'm just rambling on. But, oh. Okay, 8. Jesus. I got goosebumps for her voice.
Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
Dude, like, the way that she was speaking, I was starting to get goosebumps. I was like, oh.
Quite a story.
Oh, you haven't watched that. I mean, first 2 seasons of it, great. Last couple seasons were rushed, and animation was terrible. But all in all, if you read manga and whatnot, that's definitely a good series.
I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo, the tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness.
Yeah.
With the help of the
That's
sacred
basically what
sakura's
happened
power,
with that anime.
I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Conria was like, it was a nation without gods. At least to my knowledge.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Brother? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
we've learned so far? Seems so, yeah.
It took hundreds of gods to destroy it. Damn. I know one theory that Celestia destroyed it. Or wanted it gone. But there's another theory that there's an infinite loop between the two.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over.
By the way that people are taking that theory and running with it, with Ether saying, oh, I already been through my journey. Yours is still yet to end. A lot of people are using it.
And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep
Yeah, it's just a floating image right now.
Very well.
Up in the
Based
sky.
on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Oh. Ah. But I like how most of the archons are like, oh yeah, the Gnosis that I guess keeps their connection to Celestia. All the archons weren't too concerned about it. But I don't know. There could be another war to happen.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Oh.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
Yeah? Are you just using this to... to put on a front?
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Oh.
Torn to oblivion! Going down. Illusion shattered.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. There was two purposes for it, but the one that I know of the most is their connection to Celestia.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back.
Yeah, Electro's.
We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Time for another trip down memory lane.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming back for more.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, man. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Actually, I want to say that's, as far as the characters that I have, Electro is what I have the most of.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full of hope.
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Sakura swirl! Now you shall perish!
Verdict is... Ha! Ha! Yeah.
It seems like their attacks are finally...
Oh. Yeah, before Diluc, I was using Yanfei. Funny story about Diluc and whatnot. I got him and Muna when I was trying to get Yamiko.
I've never fought
And
so
then I
fiercely
eventually got
before.
her.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what
Man.
are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Oh, thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun.
Glory to the Shogun. Glory to mankind. Oh, wrong game.
They're gone.
You're F2P? What? Danny?
It was both.
It was both.
The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will.
Hey, just
You could take the
facing
view that
facing the
whatever I say
past.
to them is meaningless, because they are but
Glory to
disembodied
the Shogun.
memories held in
Glory
memory.
to mankind.
But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Oh, free to play. Okay.
Paimon thinks that even if it's a few...
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's archon. And I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai. That I was first and foremost a warrior. And my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way.
Yeah, I may be 23, but there's a lot of things that I don't get when it's
But what
anagrams.
Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong.
There's a lot of
and
times where I'm
resilient
like,
and have much to be proud
somebody
of.
will write something, I'm like, what does that mean? They're like, are you sure you're 23? I'm like, yeah.
As the
I feel
rising
like an
shogun they
older
revere,
person sometimes
I should not be the one to hold
when
them
it comes to that stuff.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
Hey?
What's going on?
You good?
Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like the situation
Oh, Genshin music is top
is
notch.
more serious than I thought. No need. She is calling me. The time has come. Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
She is calling me. I was like, wait a second. Hey, yo. Oh, god. Did I just... cancel the navigation when I was trying to... Oops. Assuming we need a tree of some sort. To get past here. I will break this. It's above. I didn't grab the... Oh, never mind. Okay. That's how you would get here. We want that. I'm presuming. There we go.
We're finally
Hold on.
here. The entrance should be nearby.
It just took me a second. That's all. I was like, floating rock, the only one I could think of was in that area. And then I was like, oh wait.
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Concerned eyes. Whoop, we're getting tossed in anyways. Ooh, okay. Feel like this is
I'm dizzy. Whoa. This place... Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler.
Raiden Shogun.
This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
I'm assuming we fight her.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer.
Voice swap.
We are both warriors, and the dialogue
Softer
we
voice,
now have shall be
stricter voice,
conducted by
like
the
a harder
blade
voice.
alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like
Internal battles.
showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very
Antivirus
foundation of
system.
eternity. It shall... I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you hack it through or something? But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules
I like
shall
how they
remain constant for
made it
eternity.
echoey.
Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles.
Yeah, Paimon's just
I have no
overreacting.
choice. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Ride an A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni
shit.
Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Strike dead! Insolent! Ha! Evasion is futile. Insolent! Shine! Absurd! Inferior! Inazuma shines eternal! Weak! Ha! The eye sweeps the lands! Strike dead! Ha! Ha! Pathetic! Ha! Absurd! Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Oh, gotta destroy these. Whoop. Okay. It's not like the first one.
Torn to oblivion. The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Thunder. Pathetic. Insolent.
Can you recover? Oh, you can. Oh. It won't give me much.
Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals. Weak. Your verdict is decided. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Evasion is futile. Inferior. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Be gone.
Be gone.
The eye sweeps the land.
Don't think I can heal. Can't need another bite. Oh god.
Strike dead.
Oh, you have infinite health?
Listen now. Only emptiness awaits.
Okay.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed.
Oh, is it this where she has like the... She
was built to resist
almost
erosion.
becomes like
Her will is stronger than any other
Raiden
living
May?
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking.
From Honkai
One
Impact.
that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learn to trust them. I understand that.
Oh god.
But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear.
I feel like my drinks have hit me. Oh, are you? Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Real quick. They say humanity, but weren't gods humans before? In this universe, yes. I want to say.
I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Hey! Damn it! Girl! Yeah. Infinite battle starts now. Damn it.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad
Fox
happen
time.
while she's in there.
Gujie Yai Miko.
Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel tired now.
Brain juice.
Maybe if we both
Bruh.
jump into it at the same time really, really hard.
Paimon.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she
A literally said, leave everything to Yamiko.
thingy is more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
Up the mountain we go. Oh, we're just up there already, huh? Okay. That's cool. That works for me. Brain juice.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I
Yep.
hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
Well then, Yai.
But you're always smiling.
It's tiny. You're always
That is
smiling.
a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
The audacity of Paimon. Get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date.
In Japanese, she'd probably be like... Hearing that... Ara ara.
Impossibly stubborn.
Be
Jumps
like,
straight to the
oh
most extreme
lord,
course of action
we must stay
imaginable,
focused.
presuming her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's planet Euthymia.
I mean...
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way, but I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like? Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult.
You
to
play in
explain
Japanese
later on,
just
that's
for
all.
Jesus climbing. Bruh.
First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Oh, okay, I guess we're going back down there again. Oops.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
Well,
So,
damn.
It's abstract, but has a location. But you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered.
Every minute
If you
is like
try
a
to
day in
force
that
your
place.
way in,
Oh.
This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, I might see you then. You two can go in.
In your
Suit
dreams.
yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way.
Every minute is a year. Now I'm just reminded of Interstellar, where they're on that planet where it's every 7 minutes. It's like or every minute is 7 years on
nothing.
Earth.
It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way,
Oh.
remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then, the door is open. Hop on in.
Come on, E.
I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens.
Okay.
I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Ooh. Ooh, you never heard that voice.
You better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
Okay. Yes, yes, ma'am. I'm glad that we actually get a cutscene.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Also, cutscenes in this game, top notch. We're back.
Huh?
Nani?
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
So it's been years in that area. But, okay, yeah, that's what you meant. Okay, I see.
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new.
I like how her hair also glows at the back end as well.
The time our
Don't know what
heroes
that
took
was.
to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations.
Yep, this definitely reminds me of Raiden May.
And turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity.
It's been 500 years. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I like how I didn't even like, holy shit, it's been 500 years.
I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit.
Well, have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. It's made my night more interesting as well. To talk to others about it, about this game.
But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. You have my approval.
Oh.
Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future.
I love it.
Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Nani?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end.
Oh.
I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released.
Oh, so she... Okay, so her will... Oh, so we get to see at the end of her.
Convoluted way to reach you, but... Well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh?
Is it really?
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you.
Again, I'm getting goosebumps
You know,
again.
I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
Damn! Oh!
Goodbye, Makoto.
Damn. Oh. Oh, I freaking got goosebumps. Again. Ugh.
of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Ah, so that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
Yep.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
Without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Yes,
At
I
that
was.
time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma?
Oh.
But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome.
Best possible
you have my
outcome.
thanks. You have done much for me, and
A, how are you feeling now?
my body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to
That face.
the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yai Miko said nothing of the sort, and the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
No other questions.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Oh, so
But I am prepared for them.
okay, no questions. So that's basically it. Yep. And that's it. Can't do anything yet. I just have to do the Taurus. Can't do the Taurus one until I do that one. Ooh, I can claim it. Yeah, I gotta do that before I can do this. But I can unlock hers. At least I can do that. I'll keep that other key for that. For this one. Alright, so ooh, what is that? Urban legend? Oh, that, oh, okay, cancel. Oh yeah, either next time I stream this, I'll be doing more story quests that relies mostly on continuing the archon art, archon quests, or I might do the other story quests. But until then, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll be playing Apex, and then Thursday I'll be doing CSGO. But other than that, peace. Thanks for watching.